Good evening, friends. So far in this chapter, we have discussed the sample and their types, that is, random sample set, non random samples. Then, random samples and non random samples are further divided. So, that we have already discussed. So, let's see the need of a randomness. So, in statistics, randomness is commonly used to create a random sample. So, in statistics, it is important while choosing a sample from a large population to select a random sample, so that we can get the accurate result or more accuracy. So randomness is important for the realistic data information. So random numbers are important because many things in real life are so complicated that they appear random. So the examples are includes the shape of clouds, mountain ranges, trees and rocks, or the shuffling of a deck of cards, or the process of evolution. So the randomness in uh, many experiments is important to get the maximum out of this. So this is the need of a randomness. So let's see the achievement of a randomness. Okay, so we can achieve this randomness with the help of different methods. We have two methods. The first one is a lottery method, and second one is using a random number table. So let's see the first method, that is a lottery method. So this is most popular and simplest method. In this method, all member of population are assigned a number, and then after which the numbers are selected at a random. So let's see the example of lottery method. If we want to select 5 students from 50 students, then how can we uh, get the 5 students by the lottery method? So first we make 50 slip of paper. On that we need to write number of that students, then fold them and mixed in the container, and then select randomly 5 slips, and this is how we can select 5 students randomly from the population, and that's why it is called as a lottery method. So in this method there is a no partiality or prejudice against the selection of any unit of the population. So this is very simplest and the popular method of random selection. So we have again a second type of random selection method, that is use of a random number table method. So in some cases the lottery method of selecting a random sample becomes tedious when the population is very large. In such cases we can use this random number table method. So in such cases a random sample can be drawn by using tables of random numbers. So ransom number tables are scientifically prepared and they are free from personal bias. So there are different random number tables. These are Tippett's random number table, then Fisher's and Yates random numbers, then tables of random numbers by Rand Corporation, and the last one is Kendall and Smith table. Okay, so we will not going to discuss these methods in detail. So we just going to see one example of this random number table. So the example is, if you want to select sample 15 from population 500, then how can you calculate the random this then how can you select the sample from this population by using random number table? So uh, there is a random number table in which the four digits numbers are written there, from which we have to select the 15 samples randomly. Now we have a total number of population 500, that is a 3 digit number, but in this random number table we have 4 digits numbers. So we can select any column or any row to select our sample. So but during the selection we need to select the only 3 digits, because the number of population is only 500, which have 3 digits. So we have population size 500, then sample size 15. Now we select any row or column wise and read into 3 digit number. So when we read and write these 3 digit numbers in the first column, that is 465, 46, five. So this is our number, that is 465, that is written here. That is our first sample. Then the second one is 290. Then the third sample, that is 312, that is again 31. This is 2, and this is how we can select our 15 samples from this entire random number table. Now if these 3 digit number table, okay, when we select the 15 samples from this random number table, the three digit number table, if the number is larger than our population number, like there is a large number, that is 617 is a large number than our population, that is 500. So simply we need to subtract this number, that is 617 from our entire population, total number of population, that is 500. Now we can get the 117 number. So this is the lower than the our entire population. So again we get the 15 samples, and this is how we can select the random samples from our entire population by this using random number table. If in case of this selection of these random samples, if the 3 digit number is larger, in some cases if this 3 digit number is larger than our population, then in some cases we can also avoid in taking of this number and again select the number that is lower than our population. So this is about the random number table. So now let's see the merits and demerits of sampling. So let's see the merits, that is scientific technique. Okay, so it is used in scientific technique. It provides a scientific technique of selecting the sample from a universe in which each unit of the universe has equal chance of being included in the sample. So when we perform any experiment, when we get the uh, population of our entire population, then we need to select the samples randomly so that each and every individual of that population get the chance of being selected. So this is a very scientific technique. Then less chance of bias. There is a little chance of bias and prejudices of investigator to play and influence the selection of the sample. As we selecting the sample randomly from our population, then the investigator have a very little role to play and cannot influence the selection of the sample. So there is a less chance of bias. Then based on probability, this method is based on the theory of probability, which is a mathematical concept, and as such it is quite possible to determine the sample error under this method. So these are some merits. Okay, again we have some merits, that is a more accuracy. It is possible to lay down the degree of accuracy achieved the investigation conducted by this method. So we can get the more accuracy, as I earlier mentioned that if we done the sampling randomly, then we can get the more accuracy in our experiment. Then suitable for large numbers. It is quite suitable in case of large sampling where the size of both the sample and universe is very large. So these are some merits. Now let's see the demerits. There are some demerits also of this sampling. So this sampling technique requires a specialized knowledge. It is a scientific method. Therefore, to get a good and representative sample, one should have special knowledge to get good sample and to perform proper analysis so that reliable result may be achieved. So when we perform this technique, sampling technique, one should know the this special knowledge, uh, how to select the random numbers and how to do the calculation. So it requires a specialized knowledge. Then a sampling error. So this method of a sampling has many errors also. So then there is also personal bias, as in many cases the investigator chooses samples, then there is a chance of personal bias. Then it is also time consuming and also expensive. So these are some demerits of the sampling. So this is about the merits and demerits of sampling, and this is all about this chapter, that is sample and sampling. So I hope this will helps you. Till then, keep watching and take care. Thank you.